main character's entertainment boss, he tells the main character to set up a new scandal because, the main character is doing a new historical show. So the main character gets hold of the person he's working the show with so they can create a scandal. But again, there's nothing actually happening between them two. He has no intentions of being really romantic with her. She, again, has no romantic attentions towards him. They're just doing the scandal to help popularize their new show and popularize each other. And I don't think she's in the show. I could have been wrong on that part. She is or is she not? But anyways, it will help her scale her popularity anyways. He invites, when they were supposed to have their quote-unquote date at his place, he invites his two assistants. Sooner or later, his childhood friend shows up. So again, this leads to a scandal of people being like, oh, there's nothing actually happening between them. They were all just having a good old friend meeting, enjoying each other's company. Or others are like, ooh, it's really sassy in this house. Very sassy, that kind of stuff going on. But yeah. And the main character, when he went to a reward show, he was supposed to sit with his person that he was supposed to have the scandal with. But the male lead's jealous. He was like, you're not sitting with her, you're sitting with me. He literally moves her to a different spot so he could sit with the main character. I am not kidding. So during that, scandal date the main character was having with his scandal partner, and his assistants were there, and the childhood friend was there. The childhood friend had dragged the main character to the side to tell him about that, entertainment boss who was the pimp for the male lead's brother and was providing casting couch people against their will and underage. He also tells the main character they have evidence that someone who used to work for the main character's dad's company, who also used to work for the male lead's family's company, and after the main character's family faltered, he returned back to the male lead's company. Tells the main character that guy also had ties to the pimp entertainment boss, getting people from the dude also. He also tells the main character there's kind of evidence proving that they framed the main character's dad. Yeah. He also tries telling the main character, because again, the main character at this point is literally blaming himself. He spent years blaming himself for his dad being in jail because he believes if he never provided those codes to the male lead, the male lead's family would have been able to frame his dad. And he's like, one, this is proof that it's not your fault. They would have already been able to have skills and abilities to try to frame your dad. Because again, there were people inside trying to go against your dad. And he's like, but still, they would probably had it longer and harder if I hadn't been chasing after the male lead, going against my dad, warring my dad, keeping him from doing his work and his business and not keeping an eye on his papers. If he wasn't so busy pursuing me, trying to get me to get into different relations, to leave the male lead to the side, if I hadn't gotten drunk and slept with the male lead when had gotten the codes, because he provided the codes to the male lead when he was drunk and rambling. Like, it was sad. I felt so bad for him. Like, come on, I know it's the main character's point of view. It's probably all what we believe about the male lead is not correct, but still, I'm angry for him. I'm angry. Also, when they sleep the second time together around, the main character, he's like, you don't have cameras in here, right? You're not recording this again like you did last time. And the male lead goes, why the hell would I put cameras in my own bedroom? And the main character doesn't bring up that this, contradicts what he did before, but it also makes you as the readers go, maybe he didn't put the cameras in his room. Was the one who admitted to the main character. He did admit when the main character, things were going down, he called the male lead and was like, did you actually put cameras in your room and record us sleeping together? Did you really betray me like this? And the male lead admitted to it. But we don't know. There's something else going on, because again, after they sleep together the second time around, and he tries kind of getting up to go find something to eat after he gets stressed, and the male lead stops him because the male lead had already taken care of the bed, already cleaned the main character, left clean clothes for him, stopped the main character from leaving because it would not be wise for the main character to leave with the way he looks. He looks like he's been ravaged. It would be scandals on scandals. And it'd also be safer because, again, the main character went home with the male lead. It would make him a big target in the male lead's brother's eyes. But yeah, the male lead states that the main character said something to him after they slept together that probably isolates that there was something more going on. Like, the main character didn't say something really kind to him after they slept together. So, yeah, there seems to be more going on than we readers are being provided because of the main character's point of view. More we read, that probably more we'll know. Also, at the, I think it's a reward show? I think. The main character's childhood friend calls him to basically protect his lover, the childhood friend's lover, and the main character goes up to the person and he teases the person, he messes with the childhood friend's lover, just pokes at him, and then he finally leaves the dude because he wants to just get a little revenge by making his bestie jealous. But he's also jealous himself because he knows the male lead won't treat him the same way his bestie treats his lover or how his bestie's lover treats him. He wants that love. He wants that care, but he knows the male lead's not going to give it to him because the male lead doesn't love him. And I'm like, he does. Honey, just open your eyes and see it. And the male lead gets jealous over it. Because, again, the male lead believes that there's something going on between the main character and his childhood friend, but there's not. But he insists, he's like, why do you keep helping the childhood friend's lover? You know you're just ruining your chances. And the main character's like, well, if I'm just the secondary love interest, I'm not going to win against the main love interest. And I'm like, ooh! Also, I want to know who this fiancé is. Supposedly, the male lead had a fiancé because he wears the ring for this person. Supposedly, it was a woman, and he loves them so much. Like, the main character repeatedly compares himself to this fiancé of the male lead's, and that the male lead loved her, and that she was the one who got away, and I guess she supposedly did. And the main character repeatedly compares himself to her. We don't know who she is, or what her connections and relationships with the main character, the male lead was. And I keep thinking maybe the ring the male lead wears is actually a ring the main character gave him. But again, the main character could have remembered that, or maybe it was during the time he was really, really drunk and slept with the male lead at that time. Like, he could have proposed to the male lead at that time. But, oh my god, who is this person? Because the main character is literally destroying himself over who this person is. Also, he points out this person to the male lead repeatedly. Like, during the confrontation, and he's like, do not use the cutie patootie, the newbie, your cousin. Like, the male lead's like, yeah, but it's not like I'm going to love anyone and I'm not going to use them as a replacement. Like, come on! Is this the same situation where the male lead fakes a relationship with someone to hurt the main character? Like he did with the newbie, the cousin? Like, come on, I want to know. Please tell me.